Get knocked down, stand right back up. Let's talk about work ethic. My feet are covered in blisters. My hands are covered in cuts. And we're on day 5. I'm about to start working. The sun's gonna come up over there. And I'll keep working till the sun goes down way over there. And it doesn't end today, or tomorrow, or the day after that, or the day after that. But you know what? I grew up in a place called Scranton, Pennsylvania, where people work hard, a coal mining town. They value a solid work ethic. Dad and uncle and grandpa all went down into the mine before the sun came up, and they worked down in that mine till after the sun went down. And you learn not to whine, and you learn not to complain. Because when you whined and complained, your 75-year-old grandmother would tell you about how she quit school in 4th grade to sort coal. And then she'd laugh at you. She'd say, look at your Uncle Al over there. He lost his fingers in a railroad accident. I thought he lost his fingers in the war. She'd say, no, that was your Uncle Bob. And while there ain't too many of them left, you do not want to complain about hard work to people who went through the Great Depression. They say, see that house up there, the one up the street? My family, that family, that family, that family, and that family. We all lived in that house because we couldn't afford to heat our own houses. These guys went down in the mines. They didn't even know if they were going to make it home that day. Even my namesake, Thomas Siddons I. One morning, he went to work down in the mines, and he's still down there over 100 years later. So if every couple of decades I gotta spend 5 days making a pile like this and another 2 weeks making 10 more just like it, I'll take it. Let me tell you what you're looking at. Priority 1 is open the farm. Put the debris in every other row. This one's blocked. Next row's open. Next row's blocked. Next row's open, etc., etc. I can get tractors in here. I can get trucks in here. We can spray, fertilize, do whatever we can to start the salvage operation. I'll take this over the 20 years I did in corporate sales all day, every day. And you know why? Because this is real. It's authentic. It's Mother Nature. It's wind, it's sun, it's rain. Hurricane Irma didn't sit around in a boardroom and scheme and come up with some plan and make my life difficult. It just happened. And you know what else? When I start working today, I'm gonna work. There's no interruptions. I'm not gonna have 50 hours calling me looking for updates. There's no mandatory 11 a.m. conference call where I got to get on the phone and justify why my production numbers will be low to a bunch of people who are going to sit there and pretend like Hurricane Irma didn't hit me. Just going to get on with it. You see, as a farmer, I'm not just making some old rich guy richer. That's what I did for the first half of my life. Now I grow food, and my boss is Mother Nature. And my wife and I and my son, we get a real sense of purpose growing this fruit. We're feeding people. And yeah, we don't produce wheat or corn or beef or the things that sustain 100 million Americans, right? We produce avocados. But if you think about it, the only time you eat an avocado is when you're having fun. You're at a birthday party. You're at a backyard barbecue. You're watching the Super Bowl with friends. There's a goodness in that. As this helicopter goes over our heads on the way to the Florida Keys to help people who really need it, we're gonna get back to work.